entitled Love and Devotion to Others. It's from 1 Samuel chapter 19, verses 1 through 7. And the main thought comes from verse 4. I'll read that. And Jonathan stood good of David unto Saul, his father, and said unto him, Let not the king sin against his servant, against David, because he had not sinned against thee, and because his works have been to thee very good. Let me read that again. And Jonathan spake good of David unto Saul his father, and said unto him, Let not the king sin against his servant, against David, because he had not sinned against thee, and because his works have been to thee very good. Father, this is your word. This is your servant, O God. This is your people. Pray now for wisdom on how you might better explain this word to your people. We all might be better doers than what your word in here is on. This we ask in Jesus' name, and for his sake we pray. Amen and thank God. Love and devotion to others. As I was thinking about this lesson and my approach to how the Lord was wanting me to come and speak on this morning, I thought about how Saul and Jonathan and David and the servants got to this point. It was envy and jealousy. Those are the two things that cause all of these things to happen and the way that it's happening right now. And if we're being honest with ourselves, that's what causes our relationships to be destroyed. It's either envy or jealousy, one of the other, and will cause us to have broken relationships. In this particular lesson, we know David now had conquered Goliath, and he was victorious over the Philistines. And Saul was instrumental in allowing David to go and fight against Goliath, because Saul didn't want to fight against himself. He was afraid. But David knew he was going in the strength of the Lord, and he knew he was going to get the victory. And in getting that victory, it said that David now, his popularity in Israel was growing. And not only was it growing, but people were fond of David because of the victory he had won over Goliath. And whenever the enemy was destroyed from Israel's enemy was destroyed, and now the people were at some peace, because now this the giant was out of their life. They were beginning to celebrate David in a special way, and he was his popularity throughout Israel was growing. And you know, when people are in power and then you hear somebody else coming along, look like they're getting ready to get some of your power, sometimes people get nervous in a position and they want to do something about that. The noise got so great that now there were some women that went through the city with tambourines, and they were singing this song about Saul killing his thousands, but David now is killing his tens of thousands. And when Saul heard that, he got even more jealous of the fact that now David's name is being sung through Israel, and he feared for his kingship, that David would eventually take over his spot. And doing that, like I said, envy and jealousy will find you doing some things that you really don't want to do, but you just feel the need because of your heart and where you are with it. And that's what Saul was. And that's what we found our lesson today. He spoke to Jonathan, his son, and to all his servants that they should kill David. Him being jealous of the fact that David was now being spoke about and his name was being sung about, he got so jealous and envy of David that he wanted him dead. Everybody else was friends with David. It says that when David finally came back and had Goliath's head in his hand and stood before Saul, and once that reunion that he brought that trophy back that he had the victory over the Philistines, it said that Jonathan and him made a covenant with one another. They became friends. And I don't know about you, if you think about it, take a survey upon yourself. All those that you call friend, how many of them could actually say friend back to you? If you really would take a survey on that. Well, Jonathan and David, their friendship was special, and they were really true friends one next king. It said that he not only gave David his royal robes, he gave David his sword and all those things. He was almost relinquishing his kingship over to David. And they made friends at that point. But now, since his father is upset and jealous of David, it put Jonathan in a bad spot. It put Saul's servants in a bad spot. And it also put David in a bad spot, because now Jonathan loved David, but his daddy didn't. His servants loved David, but his daddy didn't. And his command with him was what? To go out and kill David. Right. And I don't know about you, but misery loves company. That's right. If somebody else is miserable, they want you to be a part of their misery. They want you to be a part of their plan. And that's what they try to do. He tried to get him to be a part of his plan. It says in verse 2, but Jonathan, Saul's son, delighted much in David. And Jonathan told David, the sins of my father, he seeketh to kill me. Now therefore I pray thee, take heed to thyself in the morning, and abide in the secret place, and hide thyself. So his friendship was so great toward David that although his father gave the command to kill David, Jonathan's friendship toward David felt that he had to do something to keep his friend from being killed. And I don't know if people ever put you in a position where you're between somebody, one is saying something bad about a person, there you are, the other person is talking good about them, and there you are in the middle. And that's where Jonathan found himself, where his father was really wanting his friend to be killed. But he loved his friend, and he didn't want that to happen. That's right. And you got to be in a place with the Lord in order to do what Jonathan is now getting ready to do, stand before his dad and speak good about his enemy. That's right. Because all he wanted to do is what he wanted David dead. He didn't want to get anything about it. He wanted David dead. So his servant, the same thing. And Jonathan told David, go and hide yourself. And when you go and hide yourself, he said, I'm going to talk to my father on your behalf. I'm going to tell him about you, because my father's in a bad place right now. Am I right? And sometimes you got to talk people off the legs. You got to talk them back to reality, because sometimes their thinking is way out of place, and you know it's not reality what they're speaking. And sometimes you got to talk off the legs. And that's what Jonathan found himself doing. He said he would stood before his father, and just so happened, well, David went and hid. Jonathan knew exactly the place where he was going to hide. He knew the field he was going to hide in. And therefore, that's why he hid, and his dad took a stroll. They went on this stroll in his field, and he began to speak to his dad. Yeah. And when he talked to his dad, he told him, he said, Jonathan spake to David, in verse 4, Jonathan spake good of David unto his father, and said, now look, let not the king sin against his servant. Now, you know you got to be mighty strong, mighty courageous. Go to your father and tell him, look, you're wrong. That's right. You sin. You sin. You got to be in a good place. Because your dad would really put you in another place if it was the type of fathers that we were raised under. They wouldn't go listen to all those things. But here, he spoke to his father, look, you king, you're going to sin against your servant, against David. He said, look, because he had not what? Sinned against David. David has not done anything toward you, but there you are, you want to kill him. Right. Trying to talk about the ladies. And he said, and because his works have been what? To thee were very good. David was trying to please Saul in all his ways. He was a captain of one of Saul's armies. And guess what? He was pleasing Saul. Whatever Saul told him to do, he wouldn't do it. Did it wisely and did it peacefully and did what Saul asked to do. So there is Jonathan trying to speak on his behalf, saying good things. And you know the old saying says, if you don't have nothing good to say about somebody, don't say nothing at all. Am I right? So it says in verse 5, for he did put his life in his hands, and he slew the Philistine. And the Lord brought a great salvation for all of Israel. He said, thou saw it, and you did rejoice. Reminding Saul over the victory David took over this giant that he was afraid of. He said, you remember that great giant was out there and torturing and threatening Israel? David slew that giant. Yeah. And the Philistines about that, and you rejoice over as well. Yeah. In other words, you was happy over the fact that well. And now you're going to turn right around and say, what? You get ready to kill this man who has done nothing wrong to you? Yeah. Look, you need to kind of check yourself, Dad. Because what? Yeah. You're not thinking right. Am I right? Yeah. And sometimes when you're acting out of envy, you're thinking out of jealousy, guess what? You're subject to the wrong thing. Am I right? Because what? All you're trying to do is get back at the person. And that's what Saul was. He just wanted to get rid of David because he feared that David was going to take over his kingdom. And he didn't want that. He wanted to get rid of him because of all the noise that he was hearing about that. And just like I said, when you think about somebody that you call friend, how far are you willing to go for that person?
Yeah.
How far are you willing to step in and help that person out? Somebody that you really call a friend. Jonathan teaches us in this lesson exactly what we need to do. If we are truly calling somebody a friend, and guess what? If the love of God is in our heart, we have to learn how to love others.
That's right.
Learn how to treat others right. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And guess what? The Lord will bless us in all our ways. So it says that when Jonathan intervened for David, this is the thing he said. This is what happened. It says, Saul hearkened unto the voice of Jonathan. Jonathan took a chance in telling him these things, not knowing how it was going to turn out. But by him showing his father what David had done or did not do, it brought his father to a reality check. He realized, he's really right. For him to go and try to kill David at this point right after such a great victory is going to really look bad on the king.
Yeah.
All right? In other words, he changed his heart at that time. And he swore to Jonathan, as the Lord liveth, look, he shall not be slain.
That's right.
That was the change. So as he intervened for his friend, he could have not did that and just stood to the side and allowed, even the servants to go in and do it. But no, Jonathan loved his friend enough that he felt like he had to do something. If we see our people, those that we call friends out there struggling, going the wrong way fast, we have to show the love toward them and try to get them to turn around before it's everlasting too late. Am I right? And that's good. You got to intervene in certain situations. Sometimes we're afraid that we might lose a friend. Guess what? That would show your friendship to them and keep them from going in that direction. And that's what Jonathan did. While he was trying to protect his friend, he had to stand up to his father and tell his father where he was wrong. Am I right?
That's right.
And Jonathan called David, and Jonathan showed him all those things. And Jonathan brought David to Saul, and he was in his presence as it was in times past. So here he is bringing those two back together. But the relationship was broken so that he wanted to kill him.
That's right.
And Jonathan was there to intervene and brought them back together. We can be peacemakers like that. Am I right? When we see somebody's relationship that's broken apart, we can be peacemakers. Sometimes you got to have some rough edges in order to get in between somebody. But we can be a peacemaker to bring this relationship back together. And in doing so, he showed us exactly the type of individual we have to be. We can't be thinking about ourselves, because if Jonathan would have been thinking about his position as a prince, he was in line for the kingdom. If he would have been thinking about that, no way he would have helped David out. But that wasn't on his mind. What was on his mind is really trying to help his friend out, because a true friend would try to intervene in all situations. And as we think about this lesson and we see how Saul and Jonathan and David was all involved in these things, I couldn't help but think about how the Lord did the same thing for us. When he was at a place where they wanted to kill him, am I right? They said he was he was in that place.
Yeah.
And I thought about when Jesus was on that cross, and there they were down there gambling over his garments, shooting dice, and Jesus looked up to his father and said, Father, forgive them.
That's right.
For they know not what they're doing. And I thought about that same thing, because them same fellows that was down with the dice, we also had a whole lot of stuff in our hands. Jesus wouldn't hear, but guess what? When he spoke those words, Father, forgive them, that came all the way down and spoke about me, because I was going to need that same forgiveness that he was giving those that were on that cross. So when they were trying to kill him, guess what? They couldn't be like David. They didn't have nobody to talk about it. Am I right? Couldn't talk about Jesus losing his life. Because he came to die for us. And he wrote a great salvation for this whole world, because he died on that cross. It says that David, he did a great thing for Israel when he overtook their enemy. But Jesus overtook our enemy. Am I right? Death, the grave, am I right? He overtook our enemy and gave us a new life. So that new salvation he gave unto us. And not only that, like I said, he hearkened to his father. When he said, prepare me a body, send me, and I'll go. And when he came and died on that cross for all of us, and gave us all of that right to the true right, look, his love and his devotion for this whole world was give his own life for us. And likewise, if we are his disciples, if we have the love of Christ in our heart, we ought to be the same way to those that are out there right now.
Yes.
Our love and our devotion to the Lord, our what, calls us to go out and try to show love what, to somebody else. Am I right? If we don't show this love to somebody else while we're walking around this perfect road, guess what? We miss out on the opportunity.
That's right.
Am I right? To be a blessing to what? To somebody else by the things that we have inside. Look, I can go around and say, Lord, I'm saved and I'm on my way to heaven anyhow. What about my friend?
Yeah.
What about my loved one? Huh? What about the relationship that been torn apart because envy and strife has been what? Running in my life. Am I right? I gotta learn what? To bow down myself and realize what? If I show love, if I show that respect to others and try to get them to really understand that there's a reality in serving the true and living God, that's what he's trying to get to us. We gotta be the Johnsons in this life. We gotta intervene for those who are finding themselves in a tight spot. If this world is to get any better, and we know it's in disarray right now. If this is to get any better, look, the children of God would have to stand up and let their light so shine in this world that they might see our good works and glorify our Father which is in heaven. May God bless you. May God keep you. This is my prayer. Amen.
Amen. Stay here, Reverend. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, now I'm good. Stay right there, Reverend.